What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful Saturday. I'll be working Saturdays. I might actually add a few videos on Sundays too. I'm not exactly sure. We're trying to fix up the content delivery to better serve all of you. Maybe fewer videos a day, more days a week might be the answer for that. But nonetheless, interesting news this morning or late last night. Andrew Tate released from prison. Now, this is a decision that I think has been a long time coming. I honestly believe that while Andrew Tate may have done some heinous things in his life, I don't believe that Romania has a strong case against him. I believe he was falsely imprisoned or imprisoned under false pretenses, and I don't believe he will ultimately be convicted of anything. That said, I'm wrong all the time, but let's take a look at how everybody's melting down and reacting to this. By the way, all my videos are sponsored by Meta PCs. It's the computer I use. It's the computer I recommend to my friends and family. And if you use promo code TheQuartering, you can save on your next setup. My exact computer is actually on this page. I've worked with them to put some good, better, best, insane builds, but they still do custom builds. They do laptops. They do financing, all this type of stuff. So when you're ready for a computer, use the link in the description, or just remember promo code TheQuartering at Meta PCs. So last night, both Tate brothers released from prison. Now, this doesn't mean that charges have been dropped, but it does mean, they've been released and put under house arrest. That said, I'd say this is a move in the right direction, given they never should have been in prison for almost 6 months with no charges anyway. If you got what you need, charge the guy, okay? Very reasonable expectation. So, recently released, Andrew Tate has sworn that there is 0% chance that he will be found guilty of what he's been accused of. Tate and his brother Tristan, alongside 2 alleged female accomplices, were all released on house arrest from Romanian jail on Friday evening, having been incarcerated since December. As he and his brother walked out of the jail together, the misogynistic influencer remained silent while Tristan delivered a brief statement claiming the judge's decision would be vindicated. Tate, 36, later broke his silence by claiming there was 0% chance of him being found guilty before uploading a strange video back at the Romanian residence where he was arrested on December 29th. Tate was arrested on December 29th in Bucharest along with Tristan and 2 other individuals on suspicions of various offenses. It's interesting to me. I imagine you see, speaking after his release, Tate said, "Freedom at last. It's a bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year, so it's a little bit emotional. I want to give respect firstly to the judges who heard us today because they were very attentive and they listened to us and let us free. So I give absolute respect to them. I have no resentment in my heart for the country of Romania or anyone else. I just believe in the truth. I believe God and the fire of truth will eventually destroy all lies, and anybody who lies along enough time frame, or anyone who lies on a long enough time frame, will feel the sting of regret. And I believe in this." Tate also claimed that he has absolute clarity of thought. In a bizarre video of him pacing backwards and forwards while smoking a cigar at his home after his release from jail on house arrest, along with a video of him puffing out cigar smoke inside the Bucharest villa where he allegedly held women, since last year I've been 24-hour lockdown. He added, "No yard time, pacing a 3-meter cell with 0 electronics or outside contact, absolute clarity of mind, real thoughts, real pain, vivid plan, 1 hour home, and I can't stand my phone. Some habits die hard. We must defeat Shaitan." Shaitan, apparently. I don't know much about, maybe that's some religious figure I just don't know anything about. Of course, earlier this month, the group of 4 appeared at a bail hearing which Tate hoped would result in him being released from prison and placed under house arrest after nearly 3 months behind bars. The bail application was rejected by a judge on Wednesday, and all 4 appealed the decision. Today, the Court of Appeal in Bucharest ruled that the 2 brothers and their 2 alleged accomplices would be released from prison and be placed under house arrest. A spokesman for the Tate brothers exclusively told Mail Online, "We are ecstatic to announce the Romanian judicial system approved Andrew and Tristan Tate's appeal against last week's extension decision. They will be placed under house arrest while the investigation continues." Who knows? You know, are they going to stay around? Are they going to head on over to a non-extradition country? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. They will continue to fight to clear their names of these fabricated accusations. However, this is a big step in the right direction. All four have been ordered to stay in the building where they live unless granted permission to leave by the courts. Reporters and members of the public flocked around the Tate brothers as they left jail. Tristan, walking ahead of his brother, gave a short statement. I just want to say the judges made the right decision. Yeah, well, the reaction of it, of course, has been interesting. See, again, and I've maintained this. I have no idea if that guy's guilty or not. All I've ever wanted is for him to have a fair trial. And I don't believe that being detained, this is a United States citizen, by the way, being, as far as I understand, being detained without any formal charges is unacceptable, period. I don't care what they've been accused of. You have to charge somebody. You can't just hold them. Especially when you're talking about having held the guy for 4, 5, 6 months and no charges. It is my belief that the evidence that they have is probably circumstantial or spurious at best, and that they don't believe that they're going to get a conviction. And they're waiting and 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 waiting to try and actually put together a case against the guy. Now, despite numerous appeals to be released, the controversial play had remained Andrew and his brother. Now, the internet reacts. Aiden Ross, who was even on the visitors list while their brothers were in Romanian custody, was the first one to speak publicly. Welcome home, brothers. It must be a coincidence you guys get out on the release date of The Matrix, he wrote on Twitter. Furthermore, in Aiden's April 1st broadcast, it's fair to say the popular streamer was thrilled with the news and revealed his intentions to call Andrew privately. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Sneeko, another close friend of Tate, also shared his reaction to the news. In another, he added, "Remember, everyone who lied, no more. Free Tate. The first emergency meeting back is going to literally change the world. Welcome home to the Tate brothers." I mean, I suppose their podcast will be extraordinarily popular. YouTuber Leah Heilpern, who had previously interviewed Andrew Tate on numerous occasions, claimed Vice owes the brothers an apology. The Tates have been released from prison and are on house arrest, one step closer to clearing their name. I wonder if the people that tried to ruin these men's lives will apologize or be held accountable for the damage they've caused. Probably not, she added. Vice owes the Tates an apology. Of course, they've been put on house arrest, but that doesn't mean that they're not guilty. That doesn't mean that they won't be formally charged. But ultimately, it's a step in the right direction. If they thought that they were going to really put the screws to these guys and really put them, sentence them, get them locked down, they would have charged them by now. And I've said that. And so, since the beginning, what's been weird about the Tate thing is, again, I'm not a Tate guy. He's had some base takes. He's had some terrible takes. He's done some things that, on camera, with or without context, I don't like. But I don't care. It doesn't matter if I like the guy or not. I just want him to have been charged formally. He's entertaining. He rustles jimmies. And I generally like people like that. Now, if what they said is true about him and the crimes that he committed, okay, convict the guy, all right? Or at least give him his day in court. But they never did that. And so I have to admit, as the months kind of passed, month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, and they're still locked up, right? Going into April, from December still, and no charges ever being really formally laid, it just felt more and more like they were going to be released, or that they just didn't have the evidence. So here's the video he released. I mean, he's just kind of walking around. He's a little not in the best shape of his life, but he's walking around. I can't play it because there's music playing in the background, but you see people, and awful and unjust as it was, the incarceration served an opportunity for you to take your mindset and game plan to the next level. And you took that opportunity. 3 months with no cigars. I bet the nicotine rush hit hard. That's probably true. It's interesting to me how this is all going to shake out. Will they ever press formal charges at this state? At this state, I don't know. I'd be interested to see. I just think that the more time passed, the more charges weren't brought, the more, little holes started to get poked into everything. It started to really stink, to me anyway. Be interested to hear what you have to say down in the comment section down below. Make sure you stick around today. I've got 2 or 3 videos planned and perhaps a live stream later. Lots to talk about. Busy weekend. I really, really appreciate you. Make sure, obviously, like this story and many others I follow, you leave a like on the video, you click subscribe down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.